機場。Action！ 點啊？我屌啊！點解俾人掟？我冇笑你。我冇反應。喂！喂，你笑乜嘢啊？點解俾人掟？你點解俾人掟會笑㗎？你笑嘅。你做乜笑啫？我傻啦！快啲整嘅。咦？明掟咗你？耶！好嘢！好嘢！
Hello, Milton. List a few phrases that describe your character.
My character, who is also called Milton, I think he treats friendship a lot by, although he hates the students who bully him, he doesn't like the school, he still treats Alex as a true friend throughout this whole movie, although the ending may not be as happy as everyone likes. But I think it's still a sincere friendship. Secondly, we could say that although he may seem very weak outside, inside he's a really strong person by taking revenge, or he remembers what people done to him and he will get back a revenge on other people.
How do you do the best to contribute in this movie?
As the main actor, I think I contributed to this movie by actually giving in my all. Firstly, I memorized my lines before every filming, as it was just my basic job. Then I could go, before every shooting, I try to find my actors, or even not the actors, just my castmates, to help me just try to control my facial expression, so I could actually do well during every filming. And then thirdly, I try to help everyone, help people around the scenes, just to help them get around the lines as I finished memorizing my lines before. If they hadn't finished memorizing, I could just wait for them or actually help them memorizing by sort of trying to reenact it out. So I think I actually did a great job.
So, how do you handle failures? Provide examples.
Failures. I think the main failures were during filming, that we actors were not concentrated enough, and many times we had these simple mistakes during our filming, like the scripts or lines weren't memorized correctly, or the facial expressions were not correct. I think these were the simple mistakes, but the most failures that occurred to me, and I think it can be pretty much solved if we did more practice, or we just memorized our lines and controlled our facial expressions beforehand, so we would know what we needed to do during every filming.
And how do you react if you find that someone you work with does not like you?
Me, so I still have to do my job.
My job is actually the cameraman, and I think that before I start filming this movie, I think that I could create like a very nice and decent movie that we see in some amazing YouTube filmmakers and so on. And I thought that it would be very easy and very smooth throughout the shooting and so on. And yeah. This is how I use my steady cam. I think that I could try to film some more shots, because it will make the whole thing a bit more smooth, and actually I think filming more than one shot every time is actually good for the movie. So I think that I should not take only like one shot or one take in every scene and so on.
Okay, finally, what have you changed in your view of filming before and after this project?
Before the film project, I think that I could like do a lot of things to help the filming, like film, like like planning the whole thing, writing the whole script, and being the cameraman and edit the video at last. But once the film shoot starts, I have a different view because I thought that it's very difficult to like handle everything at once. You have to cooperate with different people. You have the director. You have everything else. So I think that it's very hard to make a good movie with only one people and with only one person, and you have to like collaborate like a group.
三號，撩咪入鏡啊！喂，
等兩隻喺度嬲住我已經，快啲啊！快啲啊！
唔好笑，冇嘢啊。
Hello.
What have you contributed in this movie?
I think director is one of the elements of drama. We can say director is the main person who controls how play is performed. Director gave the example of how to look in a play about drama. I also need to set the mood of the play through pacing of the show and explain to the actors that what messages I want to carry out. I aim to share the joy of filming with the artists throughout the project. I also need to communicate well with the actors and managers in order to make a better picture of the whole filming. Don't treat your crews as your workers, treat them as your good helpers. The time management is also one of the things we should improve. Sometimes no one is available for filming, so we need to find a consensus among the group. In prosperity caution, in adversity patience, it is always not an easy job to be a good director. I learn a lot from the actors and managers. I would like to thank all of them, especially the cameraman, Paco, the main actors, Milton, Blackson, Samuel, and of course, production manager, Nixon Man. Thank you.
Well, hiding from me is a stupid option. No!
裏邊有磁石啊，跟住佢黐住喺地下呢度，我要吹到。
喂，有條線啊！
喂，得啦，喂。
我唔係樹。Three, 2, 1, action. Hello there, Milton. Hello.
Hello, Adam. What role did you play in this production?
I'm the chief editor of this movie.
Why did you choose this role?
Well, at first, I saw a lot of people taking different kind of roles, but I took the initiative to request for the chief editor because, well, I think it's a very unique role, and I think I really enjoy this role. Well, after this role, like as a chief editor, I've learned that everybody is indispensable in this movie, and everyone carries a very important role. And so everybody's indispensable and unique, and like everybody's job and role would do a really great impact on the movie.
Move over, nerd! Shut up! Shut up! If you say so. Move over, nerd! Shut up! I'm not! Move over, nerd! Shut up! I'm not! If you say so. up. I'm not. You say so?
Hi, Samuel. How do you do the best to contribute to this movie?
In order to contribute to the movie, I attend every filming schedule punctually, and then I try as hard as I can to memorize the script and then act myself.
What was the most stressful situation you have faced as an actor?
Definitely it must be in mid-May. We still have quite a lot of scenes that are unfinished, and then this is quite stressful because the filming schedule is really packed.
Can you tell about a time that you had to adapt a difficult situation?
To adapt a difficult situation. I think it should be the night scene part, because that night I'm filming the night scene. It's quite hard to maybe because me and my mom had a little kind of argument because my mom don't want me to film that late at school. Maybe she cares about me, whatever. But that's the hardest part in this movie.
So how do you solve this problem?
To solve this problem, I just try my best to communicate with my mom and then arrange time and to use time more efficiently in order to finish the filming.
And finally, is there anyone you want to thank in this project?
Wow, that's a lot. I'd like to thank our director Jason Lam for his hard work and dedication to this movie project, and then also to Dixon Man. He also worked hard as a production manager, and then I'd like to thank my fellow actor Milton Lam, Lexon Lee, and Lolly Lin and Curtis Lam, because they all of them work hard with me, and then we finished this filming together. Yes.
Thank you. Hi Adrian, I've heard that you have talent on drawing. Is it the reason why you chose your job as a cinematographer?
Thank you. But no, I didn't choose the job of cinematographer because I have been trained in drawings. I actually wanted to try something new in this project, and I didn't know that a cinematographer is actually quite fun to do. So although drawing skills helped in this job, I didn't choose it because of it. But in this job, I had actually learned a lot of things. I was very bad at movie making, and I did not know much about camera angles and how to create diversity between scenes and scenes. After doing some research, I have learned a lot of angles that can make a movie much more interesting and the shoots much more intriguing.
Thank you very much, Adrian.
Firstly, I could have worked harder and fulfilled more my duty as a location manager. For example, I could have remembered to book more rooms or researched harder to make the scene fit with the acting more. Like the SRA, when the killing part of the movie starts to take place, we could have filmed it in the top of the SIP building roof at night time. It gives a more airy feeling. Because action being sick should not be an excuse of not booking all the rooms for filming. I should have worked harder to fulfill my responsibility. Yeah. Not really. A responsible location manager should probably be present in most of the filming shots to ensure that nothing goes wrong. Also, he should have booked all the rooms for filming purpose. However, usually it is because I'm sick, Sometimes I'm very forgetful and I forgot to book the room for filming. I could have worked harder then. Some of them are like in the beginning, the SRH classroom is suitable for the movie. I personally think so. Because it gives them the SRH classroom is the most pretty of all the school classrooms. The bricks are red, it gives an LED. However, after the killing part takes place, and when the people are like taken around and look at people's eyes, the SR and the SRT room will be more visible. In the night time, you cannot see other people, and the killing part will be more visible on the SRT room, like the Alpha Mama movie. Very hard to place with the SRT room in the end. Yeah, so I think that they have done more research and made the movie location more visible. Yeah. Thank you.
喂，唔好扮下喎機槍。
咩事？全玩啊！
點啊？你咪傾偈啊！嗰時我咪講嘢咯。
What are your main duties as a sound manager?
Or as a 機槍？
出界啊！繼續。
咦，有冇搞錯啊？
可以 cut 嘅啫呢啲。What are your duties？講啊
！My duties as a sound manager include holding the microphone.
And being gay.
Were there any difficulties that you encountered in this job? How did you solve that?
I'm gay. Perhaps the only problem that we encountered in this project is the poor sound quality that we recorded in the film, as we could not borrow the microphone.
How could you improve this next time?
I think we should be. I think we should get prepared before each of our filming sessions and know when to do and know when to have take the film shoots, so we can book the equipment in advance.
Thank you.
Oh yeah!
Hi. So, what kind of role did you contribute?
In this movie, I was part of the making of team and as well as the subtitles team, and that was my main roles in the movie.
So, what do you think you have contributed in the movie?
To be honest, I wouldn't say I contributed a lot to this movie, but when the footage is finished, all the filming has been done, I would team up with Don and work on the subtitles.
Although you did not come to every filming, we know that you had to concentrate on practice. Do you think that you actually was a part of this whole production, and do you think that this production was a success? And was it a good experience for you overall?
Overall, I thought this was a very good experience, as this was a thing I've never done before, and although maybe we were a bit rushed towards the end, but I think our movie was still going to be a great success.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Don. What role did you play in this production?
Okay, so my main job is the special effect manager, and my second job is the clapperboard, and the third job is subtitles.
Okay, what did you contribute in this production?
Even though I'm not I seldom come to filming sections, but all my production work behind the scenes, so I gave comments about the film and the script, and I did like behind the scenes work, like arranging places, like filming sports, and I enhanced the communication of teammates. So yeah, that's basically it. And I'm going to edit the subtitles at the very end of the film. So yeah, that's it.
So what have you learned from this film?
I think that this film taught me three important things, which is time management, cooperation, and also teamwork. And I think that it's actually the same. Never mind. Cooperation is the most important because if you want to finish your work efficiently, you need to cooperate with each other so that we could do our very best. Yeah, basically it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Lao Lin. How did you contribute the best to the movie?
Well, my main job on the paper says costume manager, but in reality, I was more of a handyman. I did everything that needed to be done. My main real job was actually being a supporting actor. Because there was no one who came to the rehearsals. Originally I was going to die in scene 5, but now I die in scene 21, or something like that. I believe I contributed to this drama play by attending every rehearsal there is, except for one, which was cancelled before I arrived. Having said that, the supporting actor is actually a very important role in the drama production. The supporting actor's role may be small, but it is crucial in supporting the whole drama. Without the supporting actors, everything would be empty. The supporting actors are like the trees, the beautiful painting. Without the trees, the beautiful painting won't be as nice. The other jobs I had were being the costume manager and props manager. For the costumes, I admit I did not do much, as it was a student school movie. So everyone was wearing their school uniforms, and not much custom costumes were needed. The only costume I really made was Alan's costume, which I brought the shirt back home, ripped it apart, torched it, then moaned over it with a shear, then chopped it with an axe. Then I burned it again. Then I reconstructed it using toothfloss and needles. As I burned a little bit too much of that patch of cloth there, I added this semi-cape over the left arm, which was made out of denim. I also took up the managing role of the props manager, as there was no one to make the props or bring the props or anything. I made the dummy, I brought the fake knives, I was involved in the Piquet scandal, and I also provided all the props. I felt like I could have done better if I had enough authority to control how they wore their costumes. But as it was mainly filmed after school, I couldn't really control what they wear, and there would be slight variations in their costumes.
So, thank you very much. Hello, Guthrie. What role did you play in this production?
I played the lighting manager, and I think it plays the pivotal role in this movie because I have to avoid the flickering lights and to manifest the characters in the movie.
What do you like about this movie?
I think it's very hard gripping and it's very exciting and scary. And our group mates played a valiant effort in this movie, and I hope you guys like it.
And how about what have you learned in this movie?
I learned about team cooperation. We had to rehearse for quite a while in the movie in order to make it more exciting and fun.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, hiding from me is a stupid option.
No!
question. Hey, how do you do the best to contribute in this movie?
Well, as the PA system in the movie and also Alan's voice, I need to be spooky, I need to be frightening, in fact. So I guess I am the driving force of the entire movie. I am what makes people become scared of this strange entity that's taken over the PA system. And also, technically, I'm not needed at every single take in the movie. So I came when they needed me. So I did what was expected of me. So yeah, I think I did enough for this movie that I made some substantial effort.
Can you use 5 words to describe your character?
Well, seeing as I have 2 characters, 10 words? I don't know. I would say insane. Scary. I think nightmarish is a synonym, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, nightmarish. Well, also, oh gosh, this is hard. Well,
跟住做嘢做咩啊？
遲啲要叫肥仔整先仔。
咩啊？所以肥仔係。
Hello, Rios. What is your role in this production?
I am the continuity manager.
And what have you contributed in this movie production?
Well, I've helped with the set, and I was often here for the drama filming, and yeah, basically I also helped to prepare props for a couple scenes.
And what have you learned from this movie?
Well, I've learned that we need to be together to make a movie successful. Like we have to be one. Yeah.